Last year, San Francisco quarterback Brock Purdy was able to take the entire league by storm. Despite being picked with the last pick in the draft, Purdy played like a true top 10 quarterback, and many people labeled him as the next great, with comparisons to Joe Montana even. But with every great story, and really life in general, there's challenges to overcome or succumb to. And Brock Purdy is probably facing one of his biggest challenges in his whole entire career, and that's coming back from an injury on his throwing arm. And many people have really wondered what Brock Purdy would look like. As many of you guys know, Purdy tore his UCL in the NFC Championship game, but luckily he didn't have to have Tommy John surgery, which could have easily taken him out this whole entire upcoming year, but instead he was able to have an internal brace. And recently, General Manager John Lynch spoke about Purdy. The first and most important thing to mention is Purdy is on schedule. Recently, Purdy even said he's been lifting weights this offseason. For the last month, he's been building up his strength. And General Manager John Lynch spoke about his first throwing session where he's throwing more than just a towel. We don't know exactly if Purdy's throwing a full-on football, but Lynch said this throwing session is extremely encouraging. He also reaffirmed his faith in Brock Purdy. Right now, it appears that Kyle Shanahan and both Lynch are saying the same timetable for Purdy, and that's to have him during training camp and ready to full-on go week 1. And if that's the case, Kyle Shanahan is going to be in for an interesting decision, because is he going to go with Trey Lance, someone that's completely unproven, or Brock Purdy, who is putting up around 30 points a game and took them all the way to the NFC Championship game? And it wasn't Purdy's fault they lost that game. I mean, he just was injured. Everything that's also coming out of San Francisco suggests that they view Brock Purdy as their true franchise quarterback, with General Manager John Lynch saying that he's the leader of the clubhouse and that he's already done it at a high level. These are things that suggest to me that San Francisco truly views Brock Purdy as their franchise quarterback. And while I do have a ton of faith in Trey Lance as well, I think that the week 1 starter, if Brock Purdy is fully healthy and looks like the same guy from last year, will be Brock Purdy. With that being said, I do think that Brock Purdy should take plenty of time to rehab. So if he's not ready week 1, I think the Niners are in a great situation with Trey Lance. And maybe this is even better for the Niners long run, because then they'll fully understand what they have in Trey Lance. And if Trey Lance is able to develop into his potential, he could easily be a top 3 quarterback. That's nothing that you should just overlook. So I don't see the issue if Brock Purdy isn't fully healthy week 1, just letting Trey Lance run away with it, because right now that looks like what he's doing in this quarterback competition. He looks far ahead of Sam Darnold in my opinion, and has been taking all of the first team reps. Those are just my thoughts on Brock Purdy throwing and some of the OTA situations going on. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, and it would also mean a ton to me if you guys liked and subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching.